Check, check. How about now? Can you hear me talking now? Yeah, so I've been trying to figure out how to get rid of this echo, or there's a slight latency in the headset when I speak, so it kind of throws me off. So I found this setting I could disable, but apparently it disables the mic altogether, so we can't do that. Alright. Alright. So, hello everybody. Looks like we've got 4 viewers. Pirate radio people, here we go. Alright, so we're going to start a new game. Now, I was futzing around on the San Francisco map a little bit as a tribute to the disgraceful performance last night on Monday Night Football. Anyway, just trying not to think about that. But we'll pick a different map here. Let's see, we got Archipelago Haven, a chain of islands enveloped by water. This map comprises atolls, lagoons, and peninsulas. A highway running across the map connects some of the larger islands while also providing a connection to the outside world. The buildable area is split over several pieces of land, which offers a range of options for traffic over land, water, and air. That is a European-themed map. Northern Hemisphere, looks like it's got all the connections we would want. Only 16% buildable area. I do love these little island maps, but I don't know if that's a good place to start out and learn the mechanics on. So we'll go to Barrier Island, North American. A long chain of barrier islands has huge potential for prime real estate right from the start. Highway and railway tracks follow the coastline and the mainland, which is separated from the islands by a large bay. And an existing shipping lane runs across the bay and connects to the open ocean. Alright, so this looks kind of neat. One thing I was hoping they would include would be a larger map preview to actually just go in and see the whole thing with the 3D cam. I guess we'll have to wait for mods for that. Let's Great Highlands, another European. Craggy hills and flat-top mountain ranges dominate this map. Long, narrow lakes split the land in places, while plateaus between the mountains offer suitable locations for city building. The coastline, while dotted with rocky islands, affords traffic by sea. 41% buildable area, all the resources. Now I wonder if these are finite resources like they were in the first game. That might lean in my decision. There's a lot of oil on this one. Oh, my voice is really low. Alright, stand by. How about now? Is that better? Turn master volume down to 80. Any change in the game music? Okay. Alright, I'm going to assume the music's going to be loud in game 2, so I'll just proactively turn that down. Is the mic volume any better? Okay. Alright. Technical difficulties, please stand by. Alright, go back. Let's see. Beautiful and serene landscape filled with lush forests, sparkling lakes, and rolling hills. It's like a real estate travelogue. Breathtaking views create a delightful backdrop to any city built here, and the low height variation of the terrain ensures that there is plenty of space to build. The two existing highways are connected to each other, which allows for plenty of truck traffic into the city early on. I like the sound of that. Let's see. Mountain Village. Grassland plains in the midst of a mountain range, water flowing from the hills creates a river valley in the center of this map with a breathtaking view in every direction. I'm getting a sense that they're all breathtaking. The buildable area between the mountains is fairly flat, but space is at a premium here, so careful planning will be of the essence. River Delta. A large snaking river splitting into a delta is the centerpiece of this map. Surrounded by hills, the terrain is mostly flat with large contiguous land masses offering plenty of buildable area. The delta, while seemingly tricky to navigate, grants great access to shipping traffic and a natural way to create outside connections. Okay, Waterway Pass gets a vote. We haven't looked at that one yet. Let's see. Two colossal mountain ranges create a natural border from two sides while providing ample flat space for building between them. A large meandering river flows in the middle of the map, joined by a few smaller brooks from the mountains. Train tracks run across the entire area, making it easy to tap into the existing railway network for quick outside access. Yeah, that might be the go-to. Good starting map. Then of course we have San Francisco. We know what that is about. Sweeping plains. This is just a coastal. This looks like a good one for like a resort town kind of thing. Although I don't think they have tropical themes in here as of yet. Maybe that's what southern hemisphere means, though. Tampere. This is the one that the developers' headquarters is based in. One of those Scandinavian countries. Alright, so since we got one vote for Waterway Pass, I'll go with Waterway Pass for starting. Lake Arbor. Let's see what kind of random stuff. Calabash. Folkingham. Pagedale. Penshurst. Sharpsburg. Yeah. Okay. And it's got a meandering river. We're gonna go with Sharpsburg. That's cool. They let you unlock everything at the start, but we're not gonna do that because I want to kind of do the tutorials and kind of progress the way the game intends you to. We'll restart the tutorials. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Yes, understood. Alright, so camera controls, pretty elementary, yeah, pretty straightforward. This is the same as the last game. Okay. Road basics. A city exists around roads. When you build a road, a cell grid appears on the land next to it. This is the area where you can build on. Most roads also come with a built-in utility network, a network of electric cables and pipes for water and sewage, so all buildings connected to a road with a utility network automatically have a connection to the utilities. Yeah, it's the same as the last game. Okay. Road types. Yeah, two-lane road, that's pretty standard. Yeah, I'm kind of blowing through a lot of this. I mean, most of this is holdover from the first game, the different types of construction tools you have for the roads, the snap-on tools. New feature here, the grid, that is new. That's pretty cool. Tool modes, that lets you make the different shapes. Hey Craig, how's it going? Okay, thanks for coming on. So, replace, we know about that. Elevation change. Elevation up, yeah. Elevation step. So this tells you what the elevation is set to, basically. Parallel. This is also a new addition. That's kind of cool where you can basically, if you select this, then you can set spacing. So what it'll do, snapping, yes. So what the parallel does is it will automatically draw roads parallel based on the spacing you set. Music still loud? Okay. Okay, let's, I guess, turn game volume down to 70. Let's go with 70%. Let's do 70 across the board. I'll try that out. How about now? Is that coming better? I wonder it's because the game volume was set to 100% still. How's the sound now? If it gets to be too much of a hassle, I'll just turn the music off. Okay, we're gonna build a road. So, I think I'm gonna start my residential over here. So I'm gonna build a road out to there. Turn on the freeform. It's still too loud. I'm just gonna Alright, how about now? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell through the headset. Well, the difference isn't that great on my end. How does this sound on your end? Wait, I could just put on some obituary instead. Probably get copyright struck. Alright, I'm gonna actually try to build a fucking road now. First F-bomb. Okay. Yeah, I'll just kill the music. Okay. The music is saying roads. What you're listening to, you don't need roads. I don't want to do a 2-lane road. Let's do 4-lane. Okay. Let's get a little closer to the shoreline. And just planning ahead, I'm just going to build a little loop in here. Well, that's cool. That's a much more forgiving juncture than the previous game. Let's make a little kidney bean cul-de-sac here. Alright. I don't make mistakes. I don't bulldoze anything. Alright, so we're in a zone residential. Can make some little shoreside housing. Okay, I guess I can't do residential until I bulldoze something. Alright, there you go. What a waste of tax dollars. Okay. Yep, zone residential. Oh, I just had to click that instead. Okay, zoning determines which types of buildings are built. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. You can choose which theme the zone buildings follow. This affects the visual style of buildings that get built in an area. You can change the theme at any time. The change will come into effect for any new zoning you apply. I mean, that's another carryover from the last game. But I guess it'll just automatically set this blanket theme to everything. Okay. Different modes help you shape your zone exactly the way you want. Keep in mind that for buildings to get built, the zoned area needs to be adjacent to a road and have enough space on it. Low density is for single-family homes. They have a positive effect on residents' happiness, but can become expensive to live in when land value rises. Different job types and the availability of jobs affect the demand for different types of housing. Okay, zoning for residential. Alright, so now we want to place a low density housing zone. Okay, so these are the two themes you can pick from. Do we want European or North American? All roads are toll roads, in a manner of speaking. Okay. Yeah. I think the map was a European map, so we'll use that kind of architecture. Okay. Yeah, this is similar. Snap to zoning cell. Alright, we'll just fill this grids in. Let's see what kind of stuff we get. And construction has started. If you ever feel that a zone is in the wrong place, you can choose to remove the entire zone or shape it by removing parts of it. Yeah. Okay, you can apply new zoning on top of an old zone. That's good. In the old game, you had to wipe it first before it would let you rezone. It's a nice quality of life change. Condemned buildings. Buildings that already exist in the area you are rezoning or removing zoning will become condemned. They'll get demolished over time automatically. For faster rebuild time, you can bulldoze them. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna kind of blow through a lot of this because it's, I mean, assuming, well, I think some of the audience has played the first game some. I'm trying not to use first names. I'm trying to do the use the screen name stuff, sticking to that YouTube doctrine. Now we just get back to our. Here we go. All right, so I need to zone some commercial. Low density business. This zone type is for single story or low rise buildings for small businesses. These businesses provide important local services such as stores, restaurants, and gas stations for citizens living nearby. Okay. Where should we put our commercial? Let's see. Actually, let's make a little enclosed commercial area here, right off the highway. I want an intersection right there at the on-ramp. No, I don't. Snake this around a little bit. Yeah, if you like nice even grids, you're not watching the right stream. Although I do want to use this grid feature. See, that's very nice. So this will be our first little commercial area. That might be too much commercial area, but strip malls. Okay. Simulation speed. Now, one thing, they do not include the hotkeys in the tooltips. That's disappointing. Alright, so now we got a zone industrial. Businesses. Alright, see, where do we want to... Which way is the water flowing? Water is flowing this direction, it looks like. Oh, can't see that shit yet. Alright. Alright, so where are we going to put our industrial? We got our kidney bean of houses and our ball sack of commercial buildings here. Let's see. Let's build we apologize for the disturbance in power distribution, but our current capacity is... Hey, slow down, Chief. Yeah, I know, we haven't gotten to that part of the tutorial yet. Okay. You know what, we're gonna build our industry over here by this lake. Let's fuck up these ducks. Yeah, I know. Stop. I want to build roads. Okay. It's being obnoxious. What do we have? Do we have a beef with Shelbyville? That sounds familiar for some reason. I feel like I should know that reference. One of my favorite profane movie quotes is from Enemy of the State when Jason Lee says, "Fuck a duck." Let's see. Well, I didn't really think this through, did I? I don't want to put industry up here because the pollution's going to come right down into my residential area. So let's screw this lake up. Make some lake monsters. Alright, so we'll make this our first little block of industry here. Zoning demand. These bars give you a glance info on what types of zones are currently needed in your city. The fuller the bar, the higher demand is for that zone type. Each bar grows and shrinks constantly according to the city's changing needs and your zoning efforts. Electricity, yes, we need that. Almost everything in the city needs electricity to work. Almost everything. A well-working electricity grid keeps citizens happy and services running, yes. Okay. Sources. Small coal power plant. Wind turbines. Now this is a cool addition. This is, they finally got this from the SimCity games. You can import power and hopefully export your sewage too. Or if you can export garbage, that's going to be key. We'll go classic. I'm going to build a power plant. Oh shit, I didn't want to build that there. Okay, relocate. So what is this, is this blue overlay here? What does that mean? Does that mean that's a coal deposit? Okay, well, how about we read about it? Reading is fundamental. Building a coal power plant. Place the power plant downwind from housing and away from the water sources to avoid polluting them. The visual overlays show wind directions and the locations of groundwater sources. Okay. All power plants have an integrated transformer that converts the high voltage electricity produced by the plant into low voltage electricity that is usable by buildings. When the power plant is placed next to a road, the transformer begins feeding the low. Okay. Okay, so when the plant is placed next to a road, the transformer begins feeding the low voltage electric grid automatically through the road's integrated electric cabling. The plant also has a high voltage connection point at the back, which can be used to later create an efficient power grid by transferring electricity further with power lines. Coal power plants will require a steady supply of coal to remain operational. Good road access keeps the needed supplies coming in. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I think with that, so if we build it next to a road, it'll automatically connect it to the grid for anything that's also on the road grid. Like in the last game, you had to have a continuous either power lines or a continuous set of buildings to keep the grid intact. But this is kind of a crappy spot to put coal power, so I'm going to import power. We're going to try some of those new features out. As far as selecting an industry type, I think later on you get to do that. I know in the old game you could set zones up or theme, like basically um, parks and theme, or like industrial parks and themes. I don't know if it automatically picks an industry type based on the natural resources in the region, or if you have to set that manually. I imagine that'll be later on, tutorial-wise, I mean. Alright, so we're gonna connect power. So how close to the road do I have to build it? Let's try my old trick. Okay, that's not working. Yeah, we'll just build a power plant. Let's get things moving. Where though? Where? Guess we'll just build it here for now. Can always move it or replace it later. Overlapping item. Just put it on the corner. Electricity info view shows an overlay of electricity flow throughout the city to help you spot weaknesses and solve problems. Panel also shows detailed information about the performance of the electricity grid, conditions that affect it, and where your electricity plants are located. Electricity flow is animated to show how much electricity is flowing and where it's going. Low amounts of electricity are shown as short bars. When the electricity flow increases, the bars grow longer. Note individual buildings receive only the amount they need, and most homes use only a small amount of electricity. Is it annoying hearing me just read this shit out loud? Let me know. I'm a big boy, I can take it. But only a little. Okay, so there's cable capacity. Alright, one sec. Let me see if I can. Okay. I'm gonna pop the chat out so I can okay, in theory I was trying to see participants and the chat at the same time, but this does not apparently let you do that. Oh, that sounds like something. Okay. Electricity bottleneck. When an electric cable or line has exceeded maximum capacity, a bottleneck will form. Bottlenecks will start to block electricity flow and cause buildings down the line to not receive electricity. To clear the bottleneck and resume electricity service, you will need to bypass the bottleneck by redirecting electricity flow. Okay. Directing electricity flow. Electricity flow can be directed and diverted with power lines and transformer stations. Transformer stations can be placed in areas that need electricity and connected to the power plant with power lines. Okay, so that's why when I was trying to just expand that line from outside, it wasn't terminating because it didn't let me build a transformer yet. Vata. Every city needs a good water network. Households, companies, industries all need water to operate and survive. When the water system is working well, citizens stay healthier and companies and services are able to operate without problems. Okay. Groundwater pumping. Alright, so this is where that water deposit comes in. You can basically, well, that's cool. It means you don't necessarily have to build next to a stream or river, or build your water supply, that is. Pumping station, open water. I accidentally built 2 power plants? Yes. Sticking with the theme of using the new stuff, we're going to go with groundwater. Yay. Tiny village. Okay. Congratulations, your efforts are bearing fruit and your city has taken its first steps towards success. Reward is 600,000 and whatever the hell this stuff means. Development points. Okay, so expansion permits. Okay, so you don't buy new tiles with cash. You use these permit points, and then development points. I guess that's like your tech tree kind of stuff. It sounds like. All right. So I built a water pumping station, but what else do you want? I mean, I built a groundwater station. This indicates that they're getting water, but then why do I have to build a pump if I'm getting it through groundwater? Alright, game, whatever, you win. Build a pumping station. Just keep it moving. Connecting water pumping stations. Pumping stations need a road connection. If your station is already built next to a road, you're all set and a station is connected to the road's utility network. If your station isn't connected to a road, you'll need to build one. Look for the road required notification and zoom in to see which side of the building it's on and build your road along that side. Yeah, this is all old news. You can use any road with a built-in pipe network. When the station is connected to the rest of the road system, water will be connected as well and start flowing. Okay, so now it's moved on to the next thing. Notifications. Notifications icons are shown to highlight different situations. Some guide you in placing buildings and building roads. Others are signs of a problem in an area or building. Select the icon to see more. Yeah, okay, you don't need to hear that. Sewage. A good sewage network is essential to a city. If sewage is not properly managed, it can have negative effects on the city and its citizens. Sewage pipes are included in your road utility network. Separate pipes can be built to connect sewage outlets that are not connected to a road. Clean water is used to become sewage. Sewage outlets expel the wastewater from the water network. Build a sewage outlet. Find an area with open flowing water. Place the sewage outlet on the shoreline to avoid polluting clean water sources. Place the outlet far from groundwater deposits and downstream from any water pumping stations. Note, sewage outlets don't require electricity or road connection to operate, but it will need to be connected to the sewage network with the pipe. That's cool. Alright, that's a change from the old game. They had to be connected by road on the other one. So I guess we could just let's put it right here by the houses. Give Pennywise a house. Alright, now we need a single sewage pipe to connect sewage outlets to the road's utility network. So we're gonna build this here to here. Watch this guy's land value plummet. You can visit the pause menu at any time to save and load your game. Under options, you'll find settings for graphics. Blah, okay, yeah, whatever. Well done! You have completed your tasks and now have the basic knowledge of how to build a city. Going forward, more tutorials and hints will pop up to guide you on your way. If you feel like you no longer need the guidance, you can turn tutorials off in the pause menu. You can always review old tutorials by accessing the visor with the question mark icon. Would you like to continue building this city or start a new one? No, we're going to continue with this one. Alright. A city service building used to be situated next to a road for them to receive electricity and for materials employees to move in and out. Road acquired. Build a road for service building. Relocate a service building. You can also solve the issue by relocating the building next to an existing road. Selecting the building opens the building information panel. Select the relocate button at the bottom and you can move to a new location. I've already done that. And now we're getting our chirps. Underground view. It's a nice little starry sky. Now let's get down to now that we've done the basic stuff, let's actually go in close and take a look at this stuff. Oh cool, this has a little playground in the back, a little above ground pool. Gazebos. Oh, we've got a high demand for residential. Dense resident or medium is available now. European style row houses. We're gonna build some seaside row houses. How's my voice sound now? That might have just been me talking lower naturally. It's kind of hard to tell how loud I am with this headset on, and I don't want to... I'm not in a soundproof room here exactly. So here's Twitter, I mean Chirper, chirps. Citizens, city services, and companies chirp about their situations and opinions. Chirps are often about problems and successes in the city and reflect how your citizens are feeling. You can use this to guide your city development decisions. They're also used to call you names. Let's see. Chirper information. Selecting the chirp writer's name will open a panel with more information about them. Oh, doxing. That's doxing chirper. That's illegal. Or that's against terms of services. Okay. Oh, cool. You can select citizens to track. Following citizens. You can choose to follow citizens and get updates on their lives. Adding them to this panel makes it easy to check up on them whenever you want, i.e. stalk them. Okay. Moving around the city and find someone to follow. Selecting is easier when the simulation is paused. When you select a citizen, their information panel opens. Find the follow button at the bottom of the citizen information panel and select it to add the citizen to your list. You can use the list later to find them anywhere in the city as well as any events that have taken place in their life. It's a cool little virtual stalker tool. Let's go stalk somebody. Let's see here. Is anybody out walking around? Oh, that moonlight on the water, that's a cool effect. That looks pretty nice. How does the video quality look on the stream? Let's do a little coffee break. Greg Robbins, he is appalled at how healthcare is run in this city. You know what? What are you up to, Greg? What are you doing about it? Huh? Oh, he's sleeping. You know, you got time to sleep, then you got time to fix the healthcare problems. Asshole. Alright. We're gonna follow that guy. That's cool. Glad it looks good. I think for the next one, or maybe even later, I might turn the graphics options up to see how badly the frame rate dips, if at all. I mean, I don't have a dinosaur video card. It's not state of the art or anything. It's not what they call a enthusiast's card, but it's not dog shit either. And I was a little worried because the developers came out a week before launch and they're like, yeah, you guys might need to buy a new graphics card. This is a next gen game. That was old Todd Father's deal with Starfield as well. It seems that's the go-to for developers for kind of matrix dodging, the poor optimization criticism they might get as well. You just need to buy new shit. It's a next-gen game. Alright, I guess we'll build a hospital. Healthcare. Good healthcare system helps prevent diseases and untimely deaths by treating the sick and injured. Healthcare services also keep citizens healthier and happier by giving advice and information. Excuse me. Clinics and hospitals. Sick citizens visit clinics and hospitals for treatment on their own, or if they're in serious condition, an ambulance will send out to pick them up. Medical clinics and hospitals have a set number of ambulances at their disposal and a limited amount of room for patients. Medical buildings can be upgraded to increase the capacity of both. So that's a new feature. Is you can upgrade buildings and add annexes and additions to them. That's kind of cool. Building healthcare and services. Alright, so we'll build a medical clinic. What's a good spot? How about up here in our little kidney? Well, it's not really our little commercial district here. Lack of labor. We'll get pregnant. That'll fix that. That's a double-edged joke. Ba-dum-tsh. Waiting for a hearse. Jesus, these buildings just went up and somebody's already dead? Slums. I'm a slumlord. This intersection is going to be a problem. I know I'm going to have to fix this at some point. One of my problems with this game, or these games, is I always loathe to delete built stuff and rebuild around it. I'd much rather just make a convoluted path around stuff that exists rather than bulldoze a neighborhood, but sometimes you gotta go eminent domain. Alright, let's build some more houses. Oh cool, you can select to build different bridge types instead of it just picking one based on the length and height. That's neat. Yeah, these games, Cities 1 had that problem too, Neria, with the long day-night cycle. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that off for now. Let's just keep it all in the daytime just so we can see how pretty it is. Day-night, no. Bah! And they still haven't picked this guy's bloated corpse up. Maybe it's because I haven't built a death care facility yet. Alright, each citizen will eventually pass away. Death care services exist to take care of the deceased. Yeah, cemetery. Citizens like to visit cemeteries. Cemeteries also increase the well-being of nearby citizens. For a nice place, choose close to housing. Find a nice place close to housing with good traffic connections to build your cemetery in. Each cemetery has a limited number of graves, so as your city grows, you will most likely need to be more. Yeah. Okay. Surprised they didn't give you the option of zoning now, like they, uh, like, uh, like they do with so much other stuff. God, that's a big freaking cemetery. I mean, how many? Only 66 people live in this town. That's like 3 times it. All right, well. We'll build it right here. Actually, let's. Can I put it in here? Will it fit there? No. Let's see if I can put a road loop around it. I don't want a parallel. Oh. Hmm. That looks kind of weird. It's built. It's built downwards in the ground like that. Don't know how I feel about that. Let's go to our terraforming. Can I do that yet? Wrap them up and float them downriver to Shelby'sville. Upgrading service buildings. Upgrades provide things such as higher capacity or faster and cleaner services. Upgrades are specific to each service building. Select a service building you have built to see what upgrades are available. Select the upgrade you want from the menu. Depending on the upgrade, is added on top of an existing building as an extension or placed on the side as a separate sub-building. For the sub-buildings, you can choose the location of it yourself. Most upgrades can only be applied once to any given building, but there are some you can add multiple times. Where do I want to put this graveyard? I don't want it here. I don't like how it's like built into the side of the hill like that. That's a little goofy looking. it doesn't look like I can terraform yet. Same problem. I think I'm just gonna have to live with that for now. Garbage management. Good garbage management system keeps citizens healthier and happier. Garbage management facilities send out trucks that collect waste from around the city and bring it back for processing. Landfill. Landfill is the basic garbage management facility. Collected garbage is stored in the dumping area, also known as a lot. Building a landfill. Garbage management buildings generate pollution in various vicinity. Excuse me. So take care when choosing a location. Place the main building in a location that has plenty of room for the lot starting to the back of the building. A circle around the building marks how far you can extend the lot from the building. Place the building and define the area for the lot. When the lot gets full, you'll need to start the emptying process from the building information panel. Information panels open by selecting the building. Having a good road network across the city is important to maintain a good garbage management process. Adjusting the lot size, you can increase and decrease the capacity of a lot or reshape it to manage land pollution. To adjust the lot, select the lot tool, grab a node on the lot and drag it anywhere you want. You can also select the line between nodes to create a new node. You can reshape a lot whenever you want. Okay, that's pretty cool. Where are we going to put our landfill? Right next to the graveyard. No. Just put it out here in Shitsville. Well, our groundwater's there. We don't want it there. Actually, I have tiles, so I can open up a new tile and put it somewhere else. Purchasing new map tiles expands the area you can build on. You can select tiles with the left mouse button and deselect them with the right mouse button. To select or deselect multiple tiles at once, hold down the button, drag and release. You can make your city any shape you like. Tiles don't need to be connected, but it's easier to grow your city if they are. Good to know. Natural resources. You can plan out your city's industrial development by expanding to areas that offer one or more of the natural resources that the industry needs. Purchasing. To buy new map tiles, you need both money and expansion permits. Okay, so I stand corrected. You do need cash. Expansion permits are granted whenever you reach a new milestone. So that's just like the old game. Outside connections are routes to neighboring cities and the rest of the outside world. They can be roads or tracks as well as water or air routes. They are used by people moving in as well as visiting tourists. Your city also imports and exports goods and materials through these connections. Road and track connections. To build a new outside connection, you need to expand your city by buying map tiles until you reach the edge of the map. Once done, build roads or tracks right up to the edge, and an outside connection point will be established. Okay, so that's new. You gotta actually expand to the edge. I don't know how I feel about that. In the old game, you could just build a train station and it would automatically count as a connection whether you were connected to the edge or not. Water routes. Connections to the outside world over water can be created when you have a seaway that reaches the edge of the map. You don't need to own all the tiles up to the edge if there is a pre-built seaway that has a ship type outside connection point. Buy enough tiles to connect your seaway to the pre-built one. If no pre-built seaway exists, you need to buy all the tiles to read the map edge. Air routes. Air connections to the outside world can be created without buying map tiles. Passenger lines and cargo routes can be created directly from an airport to an airplane type outside connection. Point on the map edge to establish the connection. Okay. Well, these tiles are a lot smaller too. Where do we want to build the dump? Oh, what a dump. Where should we build the dump? You know, I think I'm going to build it right by this highway exchange. So I'm going to buy that tile. And just to kind of make sure this has more of a natural, not goofy flow. Looks like tiles are about 8,000-ish per. That's not too bad, but they're just significantly smaller. So yeah, it's going to be a while before we can get an outside connection going. Buy these two. Put the landfill in this one right here. And then, what else? Let's, I think I'm going to stick my residential building just along to the coast. So I'm going to have a road running up here around this spur. And then, keep the commercial along this axis and the industry closer to the highway. We'll go with that. So 3 tiles coming in at a total of 25,243. No oil, no ore, a little bit of wood, and then a lot of fertile land. So I don't know how that works with agriculture just yet. I think maybe anything that's not wood or oil, maybe, I don't know. Okay. So we're gonna delete these things. Build an access road out to the dump here. So this neighborhood's going to be pretty bland, generic grid. And landfill. Excuse me. No, I'm going to make it a massive frickin' landfill. Oh. Oh, okay, this is neat. I like this, how you can draw the air, basically the landfill area out using these nodes. That's cool. But then how? Invalid shape. Okay, I guess that's not gonna work. Okay, yeah, it's gotta be like a straight line geometric shape. Move this then. Okay, I see. Now what it needs is just a curving tool or a snap to that allows you snap to existing geometry. Is there a way to get it to just automatically follow the arc of this circle? Okay, thanks for coming by, Craig. Hope you enjoyed it, or glad you enjoyed it. Have a good one. And there'll probably be more of these. Ah, okay, now I see. Very nice. That is one big pile of shit. Okay. So we got our landfill. We're gonna build a waste or recycling center onto that. Okay. Landscaping is now available. Cool. Now, I want to level this terrain. Make that brush a little smaller. Whoa! That escalated quickly. Never quite grasped the nuances of terraforming in this game. I don't really have the patience for it. Especially in the earlier builds where you had like dirt capacities and all this other crap. I mean, you can mod the game to make it a lot easier, but I've not had good experience with mods in this game. They tended to make it pretty unstable in my opinion, at least the ones I was using. Yeah, that slope feature is like severe as shit. Okay. We'll come back to that. So I got my dump. What else should we be doing? We need workers. More houses. Alright. Let's finish up this cul-de-sac, fill it out. Milestone 2, small village. Congratulations, you are moving ahead very nicely. 4 more tiles. So you do get tiles at a pretty decent clip. I don't think it'll be too long before we'll be able to build some connections based on the rate. I mean, should I min-max and just go straight to a connection? I don't know if I'm going to do that, but still working out kind of the nuances. Pretty good cash reward. Pretty good cash reward there, though. Alright, we're not going to grid that. Let's just do... This looks nice and old world European chaotic enough. Almost. What does this mean? Condemned. This building is in the wrong zone or outside the zone of grid and will be demolished soon. Okay. Is that zone too big? It's too far away from the road? Small apartment buildings. Now this is going to be a row house neighborhood. That's what I want to do. Alright, so that's something to keep in mind if you're going to be putting down utilities. If you want to expand them, you're going to have to know, like, and I think like the schools work the same way. Like you can build different like sports fields and other sub-complexes and other or annexes onto them, so you got to plan accordingly. What else do we want to build? Why are people getting sick? What's the deal? Efficiency, employees 12 out of 12, no patients. I'm gonna be a sicko and I'm gonna build the school right next to the graveyard. Well, that's interesting. It kind of, that's cool. It builds the little retaining walls. It's a nice little touch. Let's put, damn, my demand just skyrocketed. Finish filling in these row houses here. Put some here and here. Actually, we'll put my first apartment building right there. Put the apartments on the end. Row houses in the middle, and let's see how that develops. Trees, bushes, and other greenery can be used to decorate your city. Trees grow with the passing of time. Plants and trees are regional, so a different set is available based on the currently selected theme. You can place plants individually or use a brush to distribute large amounts all at once. Pathways are for pedestrians. It can be built wherever there is room. With pathways, you can build natural trails or scenic routes between buildings. Excuse me. Connect your path to a road sidewalk so that people can access it. Tool options help you bring your city to life. Okay, so that's just telling you. Yeah, the path tools basically mirror the road tools, more or less. I see this intersection being a problem. Actually, I think I can unlock some stuff, so I'm going to unlock a couple items here. Development trees. Development trees allow you to access new service buildings and other buildable items for your city. You can unlock these assets by using development points. New features. Basic services will be automatically unlocked when you reach new milestones. To develop and grow the service further, unlock the next item along the tree and build it to your city. Development points are awarded for reaching new... See, this is your tech tree, basically. Services development trees. Each city has its own development tree. Each city service has its own development tree. You can focus on specific types of city development by spending your points in these areas that interest you the most. Explore the development trees to find what features each service has to offer. So, I want roundabouts. Crematorium, hospital, water treatment plant, college, Large Hadron Collider. So it doesn't look like this version has like the zoned universities and parks and stuff. Those were all expansions from the first game. Now that's going to be some dirty dog bullshit if they come out with the same type of zoning expansions that they did with the first game. Honestly, it's the exact thing I expect out of Paradox these days. Or maybe I just haven't gotten that far along in the game. I want roundabouts. Traffic lights and signs. Gas power plant, emergency battery station. Alright, so milestones represent the growth of your city. Develop your city to reach the next milestone. This is just like the first game. Track how your city is growing and how far you have to reach the next milestone. Milestones unlock new features, dev points, and more. XP. This tracks the amount of expansion points you have and shows how much you need to gain until you reach the next milestone. You are awarded XP for building city service buildings and other upgrades, signature buildings and roads. Increasing your population numbers and citizen happiness also grants you XP rewards. Why don't they just call them experience points? XP, come on. Money, whenever you reach a new milestone, you will receive a money reward. Use it to build and maintain the city. Development points. Yeah, we've already kind of covered a lot of this. Those are your unlocks. Expansion permits, buying new tiles. Unlocked features. Each milestone unlocks more features that allow you to build and expand your city in different ways. You can unlock through the list here. Alright, take it easy, Neria. Thanks for stopping in. Enjoy and have a good night. Alright. Shit, did I just kill the stream? Oh, still going, okay. Nobody's in it, but that's alright. Keep plowing ahead. So you may have noticed a distinct lack of commentary. That's because nobody's in the chat and it's just me, so I have nobody to talk to. But just in case somebody does elect to look at this later on, just built the elementary school and then built some additions. Now this is cool. Some of the additions, like you can, as long as it's adjacent to the larger lot, it doesn't need a road connection. So it's sort of just this kind of fill-in complex. That's kind of neat. There's another addition, like expansion wings I can build onto this that would fill out this space. I'm not going to build those just yet because I don't want to blow through my money just yet. I don't think I need it, considering only less than 300 people live in this town. Do I even need a high school yet? Yeah. Alright, I think I'm going to shut the stream down for now. Want to thank anybody that tuned in and watched. Thanks in the chat. And I think I'm just going to kind of tweak some of the graphics settings just to see if I can get a better balance between performance and fidelity here. Because the frame rate it's basically in the high teens, low 20s with stuff turned up to high. So I'm going to fuck around with the settings for a little bit just to see if I can get a little better frame rate while maintaining some of the pretty pictures. I mean, this dude, look at that. Look how he's walking in slow motion. And this is a small city. I mean, I don't know if it comes through on the screen or not, but it's kind of, it's not a smooth zoom in and out here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one.